Hey guys, so I wanted to apologize for not finishing my spooky October thing. I'm sick. I am still sick, and that's partly why I'm making this video, to apologize and to explain some things, and yeah. Also, side note, I got a new background. I don't know right now. This is what we're gonna see. Yeah. Okay. Also, my shirt says "I hope you step on a Lego," in case any of you guys wanted to know. So I'm going to be talking about my phobia of needles. Now, since I've been sick, I think, in like 3 weeks, and I'm not getting any better. So my doctor was like, hey man, we need to, like, you're not getting any better, there's something, we don't know exactly what's wrong with you, so we need to draw your blood so we can like check your liver. And so the definition of phobia is an extreme or irrational fear or aversion of something. So I have a phobia of needles, and so I wanted to talk about this. This is totally all jumbled. I'm sorry, it's really hard for me to like process thought. I'm not doing so hot. Okay, so when I was younger, I was in and out of the hospital a lot. My immune system did a really bad job at its job. So I was in and out of the hospital quite often, and of course that comes with a bunch of like IVs and blood draws and all that fun stuff. So that wasn't fun, and pretty much every time they would have to be like a doctor, one of my parents or family members, and like several nurses like holding me down in order to get this needle in me. I can tell you how many people I've like punched and kicked in the face. It's not like I wanted to like hurt them, like I feel bad for doing it, but you're coming at me with a needle and you're trying to put it in my body, and it just, no. So I was thinking about this because, okay, I'm sick, and they need to get blood from me. I've been to 3 different people to get my blood drawn. 3! And none of them could draw my blood. Like, my veins kept like disappearing or something. Like, I don't know if you can, see this. Where is it? Right. I don't know if you can see, but this like little dot right there, and it's kind of like bruised around it. I don't know if you guys can see that, but so that's like the best vein I have personally, I think, because usually like that's the one that I can usually see, like it sticks out of my arm. But they did like both elbows, all up and down my arm. Like, I got poked so many times, and they couldn't get any blood, and oh my god, I was so exhausted. I think I got home at 3, and I just went to bed. I was crying, and it was such a anxiety-inducing thing. I took a 5-hour nap afterwards. But this was flowing a lot easier when I was telling it and acting like I was in front of a camera when I was driving home from school. So they tried several times to take any blood. The whole time I was screaming and crying, and like like, I started crying before one of the nurses even got the tourniquet on me. Like, the tourniquet wasn't even on my arm. For those who don't know, the tourniquet is like that little rubber band thing that they wrap around your arm, so it like, I don't exactly know what it does, but that wasn't even on my arm, and I was already hyperventilating and crying and trying to get out of the chair. Just the idea that I knew that what was going to happen. All of the nurses had to keep reminding me to breathe. One of the nurses was like, she was scared. She's like, you just got a lot paler than you already were, 'cause I was already kind of pale because I'm not well. It's like, you just got really pale, honey. You need to breathe. Remember to breathe. In through your nose, out through your mouth. I heard that so many times. It wasn't working. It wasn't working. So I got like this extreme fear of needles, okay? But let me tell you, like I already told you, I dealt with them a lot when I was a kid. So like some people told me, they're like, oh well, if you dealt with them a lot while you were a kid, then you should be fine with them. No, that's not the case. I'm not okay with them. I'm gonna tell you a horror story of probably one of the most traumatic memories that I can remember. I can't remember exactly if it took place. I want to say it happened in middle school, but it could have happened, I don't know. But I had a really bad fever, so I woke up. So I woke up with a really bad fever. Like, it was extremely high to the point where I could barely even move my own body. And when my mom like went to like touch me, like my skin was so hot she could barely even keep her own hands on me. So obviously like an ambulance was called, and somewhere between the ambulance ride and getting into the hospital room, I passed out. And when I woke up, I had already, my mom and I think one or two other nurses were already holding me before I even woke up. And there was another nurse. I don't think she was like an actual like nurse, like I think she was like in training or like a lower level nurse or something along that lines. I'm not really sure how that works. But she was trying to give me my IV, and the needle went in my arm. That hurt. And she couldn't find the vein, which was also a problem with yesterday. A lot of the nurses, they would find a vein, and then when they went to try and like draw blood from it, the vein would like disappear or something, or like I don't know. But so this lady. So the needle went in my arm, and she's like, okay, I think I almost got it. I think I found a vein. And then the needle went outside the other side of my arm. It went in one side and out the other. She's like, I think I got a vein. Now I'm screaming, my mom's screaming, the other nurses are screaming at this nurse is screaming that she's got it when she clearly doesn't. I shouldn't yell, it's just worsening my headache. So, I don't like needles, okay? I can't. And I haven't had my blood drawn in over like 4 or 5 years because I can't do needles. And now all of a sudden, I'm getting poked several times by several different people, each of which are failing. This is fake, because as much as I would love a real one, I'm not letting a needle go near my face. I've watched videos of people getting their lip pierced, and I've talked to people who have lip piercings and are like, oh, it's not that bad. And I'm sure it's not. But I don't do needles. Same with tattoos. Like, honestly, I want like a whole sleeve. But that's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Nope. Unless some miracle happens, and I don't know. I really want a tattoo, but I'm told it's like not actually a needle, but it's enough of a needle that no, stay away from me. Thank you. I had more I wanted to talk about, and I forgot what it was.
Thought I ran into you down on the street, then it turned out to only be burn all of the photographs. She went away and then I took a different path.